この私が最初のナプキンを手にしたぞ。
Hello, hello, yo, Marshmallows, welcome in. Congrats on getting the best napkin. And Neutrophil, how are you? Let's see here. Bro, that's crazy, yes. Me or Gio? I mean, I'm a little crazy sometimes, so it has to be me. But yes, actually, this is going to be a little shorter. I did start late the streaming thing since I'm a little sick. So I actually wanted to play some F14 and do some voice acting, but I can't do that right now. So I got sore throat. So and I was having a little fever when I was this morning, so yeah. It's kind of subsiding a little bit, so it's fine, but my sore throat's still in full effect, so hey, yes. I was like 2 seconds off. Oh, shit. Get well soon, Jud. Yeah, thank you so much, Richard. Yo, Kitsune Johnny. Are you a Souls fan? Anyone here a Souls guy, a Souls fan? Because that was what we're gonna be doing right now, right? We're just gonna react to some previews of Duskbloods. I'm really interested in From Software games, right? So we will be enjoying the Nintendo Switch exclusive From Software game, Duskblood. So I don't like that part of the whole deal. It's a Nintendo exclusive, but you know, it is what it is. Apparently, from what I know, it is the reason why Miyazaki decided to pick Nintendo is because Nintendo like just gave him full free reign to do whatever he wants. Unlike Namco, Bandai, and all that shit, they give too much different restrictions and stuff, so he's not having it. But Nintendo says, green light, yeah, go ahead, man. We trust you, bro. You do what you want. You put whatever crazy ideas you want, and yeah, that's why Nintendo got it. Now, I doubt this thing will ever go to PC. Once it's in Nintendo's hands, that it's Nintendo fully. There's no hope for a PC version release of Duskbloods or PlayStation or whatever have you. So I gotta, suck it up when it's Duskbloods coming. But it's okay. I do have a Nintendo Switch 2 now, so it should be fine. I just don't like the online. I have to buy the Nintendo Switch online probably. That sucks, bro. I don't really play Souls besides Elden Ring. You should totally try Duskblood though. This is probably like close to Night Rain, right? Night Rain, I feel like is the testing part of all this shit. So if you like Night Rain, you might like this one. Though the thing I like about Duskbloods compared to Night Rain, and why I don't really play Night Rain that much, is because there's no PvP. Right? You only fight bosses. And that's cool and all, but if you killed a boss already, I don't really feel the need to keep replaying the game and beating the same boss all the time, especially since you can't even make your own like super crazy build. Like, at least in Elden Ring, you can like cosplay as like some character that you like or whatever, make like your own crazy wacky build. But in Night Rain, it's like you just use John Elden Ring or whatever, and that's it, right? So that's the thing that sucks, and you can't fight people, honestly, the PvP part, as much as it's not like, I won't say that's my favorite part in Associate, but it is the part that will make me replay the games over and over and over again, because I just love PvP, right? What do you think I like fighting games for? God damn it, dude. I just want to fight people. And the cool part of doing that is, of course, cosplay builds, so you can show the cosplay off, like, do you know my favorite thing that I ever done in a Souls game is in Dark Souls 3, I cosplayed as like a Jedi. I think it's Obi-Wan, and I made a really convincing build. Right, I picked the right clothes, the right weapon. I put like a it's like a dagger that can like have a laser beam kind of form. It's like a lightsaber. It looks like a lightsaber now. So that was super cool. And I fought someone in the arena, and they saw that, and then they were like, losing their fucking mind. And then they decided to like put on a twin blade and try to reenact like a famous Star Wars scene. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for the 55 stream streak, Mr. Phil. Thank you. Yeah, crazy build. Meanwhile, I only use Lance's Earth Flails. Damn. Well, Lance Enjoyer though. Lance Enjoyer. But in any case, let's not delay any further. Let's watch some Duskblood.
Welcome to Lowenro City, one of the maps we were able to explore in our preview of the Duskbloods. As you can see, it's very easy to move around.
Dude,
this
you
city,
can do
thanks
how
to
many
the new
jumps?
every character has. In combat, every character is
Wait,
also
this is
capable of
John
this. A roar
Duskbloods here.
that, if properly timed, allows you to stagger enemies and feast on them, converting them to your side for a time.
Wait, you can
The
turn
character currently being
enemies
played is
into
named
your
Albert.
allies?
Like many characters, he has a melee weapon in his right hand and a ranged one in his left. He also has a suite of passives and abilities, but there's more I need to talk about than just the combat.
Tell us
I
the
need to
lore,
explain
Fatty.
what kind of game this is and what we're fighting for right now.
These guys
To that
look
end,
so.
I'm going to try and
they're
walk
wearing
you
their
through what a
pajamas.
typical match looks like from start to finish. So let's leave Lowenro City.
Well, how many
and
you
go
get?
back
You can
to the
even do like an
Duskbloods
air
hub
dash,
area.
like in an anime
It's
fighter,
called
bruh.
the House of Night.
Okay, this must be
Here,
like the hub.
in this demo, at least, you can select from one of 6 Bloodsworn, browse this.
Oh wait, hold on. Okay, we got Albert, Bloodhand Jan, nice pajamas, little man. Oh, okay, this one's probably gonna be very popular. You're literally the lady of the group. Trong Lan, Sniper Layla. Oh, she might be a girl. Senator Samir Patris. All right, like I thought he was like some kind of religion figurehead, but I guess he's like a political guy. And then my boy Zork. I'm Zorking it, dude. If I play this game, I'm Zorking it, bro. I'm gonna play Zork, bro. Easy main right here. The damn no homeless strat. No homeless.
From one of 6 Bloodsworn, browse this ever-growing archive of information
Sigil.
and
I'm gonna
practice all of your
read all
character
that shit.
skills against a target dummy.
Oh,
in
this
the
guy
clothing.
got the Dark Moon though.
Then,
I might
once you're
have to
ready,
pick
you can
this
either
character.
opt into a ranked or casual match.
Ranked
Here's how
or
it works.
casual match. That's
Each
what I like
match
to hear.
features
That's what I
8
like to hear.
players playing in 3
Where's my
rounds,
rank mode?
but only 3 can make it to the final battle.
Only
At the end
3?
of the first
Okay.
round, players can all get stronger without punishment.
Oh shit!
But at the
You
end
saw
of the
that
second round,
rocket
The 2
propelled
players with the lowest
headbutt.
amount of what are called virtue points are culled and removed from the game. And then at the end of the
Okay.
third round, the 3 lowest scoring players are again culled, leaving only 3 to do battle in the final round.
Okay. So basically, it's a game mode where you collect points, and those who are the lowest amount of points will get culled, so they get eliminated from the game, and then it continues until there's only 3 people left, and then you guys fight to the death, and whoever's last man standing wins.
Their
Question
health
mark?
totals are boosted by the amount.
Yo, Sandra, how are you? Hoi hoi, haven't seen your face in a while, so stopping in on to say, on my way to sleep. Yeah, thank you so much, Sandra. I also haven't seen you streaming for a while, but hope you're doing well, Sandra. I actually wanted to stream earlier, in the day, but I'm a little sick. I got a sore throat. I was also feeling feverish, but it's subsiding the fever at least. My throat's still sore, so it is what it is. I kind of did want to do like F14 until I changed my plans with Duskbloods, right? because I wanted to react to this, and I can't really play FF14 with my condition since I'm gonna be needing to voice hack anyway, and I can't really do it with my voice. Oh shit! It's Kaksato. Hello. Happy Duskblooding. Well, I'm just watching. I'm just reacting because this game's not released yet, so there's like just previews, Sato. But this is basically like From Software game. So Dark Souls, think Bloodborne, Elden Ring, and all that. So this is like a Nintendo exclusive From Software game.
To virtue points they have. How do you get
Yes,
virtue
Dark
points,
Souls. I
you
love
ask?
those games.
Well, let's pretend we're just starting a game and
Hope you're
it will
doing
become
well.
clear.
Salamat
You start
malam.
matchmaking by touching
Yes,
the
it's
wheel of light
exclusive to
in the House of
Nintendo.
Dusk. And once the
Nintendo
system has
Switch.
put 8 of you together, you are all shown the map divided into 4 quadrants. You
Okay.
all have to choose which quadrant you'd like to spawn into for this round.
Yeah, basically this
Now,
game
you
is
can't choose
is
exactly
like
where you'd like
Dark
to spawn.
Souls
For example, if I
Fortnite.
chose
Dark
this
Souls
top
Fortnite.
quadrant
That's
aiming
basically
for
what
the
this
city
game is.
streets, I might end up spawning here, closer to the cave. That's what happens to Layla, who has spawned just outside the city streets.
Okay, Layla got the
This works out
what
perfectly.
is that,
for
like
her, because do you see those
piercing
golden
gauntlets?
spires down in the streets? Those are landmarks you absolutely want to aim for early in the game.
Oh, go shit. She got a sniper rifle. I'm nocturnal, so my stream hours are messed up. You and me both. You and me both. I mean, I don't stream on, well, technically sometimes I do stream very late, but it is what it is. It can always the two great things in life. Exactly, I think FromSoft knows what they're doing. Put Fortnite plus Dark Souls? I think we have a winner. I just hope
So these
the
golden spires,
online connect. The only
these
thing
are where you
I
pull
would say that
allies
will
from.
make or break this game for me is if the online sucks, like the connection. If the connection sucks,
These
then
are
this
like
game
summoned
sucks.
spirits in Elden
But
Ring,
if it's Gucci,
except
we
these are
play, we
fully-fledged
ball.
characters with voice lines and maybe even storylines to go down as well.
Okay, so you got summons.
There are 8 allies to be found in this demo, and the spirit you get is somewhat randomly generated depending on the symbol of the golden spire
randomly
you pulled them
generated.
from.
Oh, I like
To
this
level
guy
your
with the
allies,
pajamas.
You have to find these sites marked on the map. But beware, because if you
Looks so
switch
goofy.
allies, the old one and
I hope
their
this
levels
guy's
will be lost.
like better
So
customization or
taking the
something.
time
Because
to
I don't
find
want to
the
run around
ally
like
you
that.
like can be a waste of time, and in a game like this, time is everything. Luckily, to save you time, you can teleport basically anywhere on the map instantly, as long as you're out of combat.
Oh,
I
cool.
love this system.
That's-
I love
that's
how this
cool, man.
opens up the map in the Duskbloods, because it makes your routing options so much more interesting when you could be anywhere on the map at a moment's notice. This player, for example, has found their way to the sewer. If you
Hello,
recall,
Japan.
there was a
Good
purple
morning.
icon next to the sewer on the map, which marks that a type of virtue called flame virtue can be found here.
Flame
You can actually see
virtue.
it off to the left ahead of us there. This is a corpse sitting in a chair with a purple aura, and it's one of many in this area, so this area
Oh,
is
that's a
worth
Dark
coming to,
Souls rat.
especially in the early stages of the game, because in my experience it would ensure that you would make it through the first few rounds without being culled. Claiming these is easy, you don't have to kill any bosses, and notably, claiming them denies other players from claiming them as well.
Oh, okay.
It's so important to play efficiently. in
So
this
it's
game.
objective
Take
based
Zork
way
here,
to get
for
the points. Oh god,
Not only
I
does
love
he
that.
use
I
one
want to
of
use
his
Zork.
abilities to cover ground.
He's
and
just
attack,
using
but
a
mid-combat he takes a
giant,
break to upgrade
like,
his weapon
pipe?
with the fire affinity. There are 4 different weapon upgrades you can find. There's iron,
Big
poison,
boy.
lightning, but Zork's is fire, which means his weapon now inflicts burning if he hits enemies enough.
Okay, use fire weapon. The Zorkinator.
Speaking of upgrades, here's the Senator, who was my favorite character.
Is that
in
like
the demo.
a crystal
He's hunting a
bug
blood sac
thingy?
right now, so that he can upgrade.
Oh, I
one
might
of
like
his
the Senator
two
then. He
abilities
got
in
the
some
magic.
way. These abilities are Bloodstake and Saurian form, which you'll see later on. Upgrades to abilities can also be found in marked sections of the map.
City streets.
In this courtyard below, for example, you can see a red upgrade orb behind these townsfolk.
She has a
Thanks to
moon-like
Chang's passive ability,
shield.
she can turn multiple enemies to her side at once. Chang's L2 throws
Okay,
rings at opponents
so she can have
swiftly and consistently,
multiple,
which makes her a huge threat at mid-range,
allies.
and especially when she's in the air.
I like
With
her
this,
movement.
I've shown you
though.
just about everything you could hope to achieve in one round, so let's pretend that round 1 is ending and round 2 begins
I need
now.
someone who just uses like their
At the
fists.
start of some rounds, a sort of tarot card will be revealed, informing you
Ooh,
of some
tarot
world-altering
cards?
event
Probably
currently
sort of
taking place. In this round, a Lodomerian Zeppelin will be prowling the skies.
That gotta,
Every
let's
character
go.
will have a transmission
looming-
box in their inventory, with which they can call upon a sea of flame wherever they want.
Oh shit, you can call tactical news like it's Call of Duty.
There were 5 events I experienced in this demo. Sometimes a magnetic storm would strike, forcing players to swap places with each other. Sometimes stars would fall from the sky, encouraging players to claim and hold onto them until the end of the round. Sometimes you'd be rewarded for ringing the bell at the top of the clock tower. And I even had one event where bloodsack enemies would spawn all over the place, allowing us to fully upgrade our abilities. These were all so fun to interact with, and they would really
Okay, the
change how you
senator
moved
can
around the
summon
map.
like
In round 2,
bird-like
my character would
projectiles.
also start feeling much more powerful, so I would prioritize taking on certain bosses. In the Duskbloods, these are called trespassers, and they're marked by purple skulls on your map.
Ooh,
Some
didn't
are
iframe
tougher
that
than
one.
others,
This one looks
but
creepy.
Luckily, you don't always
this thing,
need to take
this
them
thing
down
has like 6
on your own.
limbs.
If another
Answer
player
or
is
power?
nearby, they will receive a call for help. And if they accept, they will teleport to your fight as a phantom, returned to where they were if they die, or if they manage to defeat the boss.
Okay. You can join someone doing this boss fight.
Look at this Zork player. So they have both of their
What happens
abilities
if you
unlocked.
don't
The
want
missile
people to do it,
barrage
though?
being one of them.
Oh god,
That
Zork
means
got
this
the
player has spent more
missiles
time
in
killing
the back.
enemies and leveling up, and they might
I
not
think-
have
I
as
think we
much
got- we
virtue
gotta
as a
Zork it,
result.
man.
However, the extra power they get from leveling up might actually help him get more virtue if that extra power translates into killing difficult bosses more easily. That's what felt beautifully designed about this game. Everything you do seems to lead to virtue in one way or
another
another.
boss.
At the end of the round, players who killed the most enemies or collected the most items can even receive commendations.
Oh shit, that's
which is
a
the third way
blood-worn
I've
looking
described
weapon
of
right
getting
there.
virtue so far. This rewards players who are single-minded in their goals at the expense of all else. Basically, no matter what you do, even if you don't know what you're doing, it feels like you do get virtue if you play well, and I liked that.
Wait, do you have a Gatling gun?
Of course, you can still make bad
Oh,
routing
damn.
decisions. There was nothing worse than when
They
you
look
would
kinda
bite
cool.
off more than you could chew.
I mean,
Challenging a
Layla
difficult
does
boss
use a
before
fist
you were strong
weapon,
enough,
although it's not
or
the type of fist weapon
counting
I
on another
like.
player
in
coming to
particular.
help you, only for you to have to fight it alone. It's not just the threat of dying and losing virtue that would be scary. It's also
So
the fear
far,
of a
I don't
fight
want to
going
play
on
the
too long,
pajama
to where
guy.
your time might have been better spent
Yo,
doing
77.
something else.
This is the
Not that that's a
Nintendo
problem for
exclusive
this
From
Senator
Software
player.
game. So this is
They
like
finish off
Dark
this boss
Souls
with blood stake,
for Nintendo.
and they get to
only.
claim a power of blood.
Yo,
from it.
what's up?
These are passives that allow you to further customize your character a little bit mid-match. It's around this time that round 2 would be ending, and now things really start heating up. The players with the 2 lowest
Okay.
virtue counts are culled,
Okay,
and the 6
so-
remaining players move into round 3. In the
I
top right,
see.
this
So
whole time,
round 1, 2
there
people
has
get
been a
eliminated
clock,
with the 2
which helps
lowest.
to give you an idea of how much time is left in a round. But that's not
The
all it
one
shows,
here
because
is the clock.
in round 3, a ritual site will be established. This is an event that's marked not just on the clock but also on the map, encouraging players to teleport over and lose themselves in the chaos as you all meet in the same place. The first thing you want to do at a ritual site, ideally, is to locate either the gold stones or the red stones. This player has gone straight for the red stones, which, when held, increases the amount of virtue they receive for killing another player at the ritual site.
Oh,
This is
okay.
called sword virtue, the fourth type of virtue I've explained so far, and the most fun to collect, in my opinion.
Yeah, you collect it, so you really want that smoke. That's probably what I'm gonna go for. Man, you really feel like a boss fight the way you're moving, bruh?
Now that this player is victorious, they approach this golden cross. This is a place that you can pledge to for even more virtue, and if you're sneaky enough, you don't even have to fight at all to claim it. I like how you have options.
Oh, she can
Are you
turn
going to try
invisible
and
or
steal the pledges
semi-invisible.
unnoticed?
I don't know how
Or
good
are you going
effective
to try
that
and
is.
take out all the other players so that you can claim them? Or are you going to avoid the ritual sites completely and take advantage of the
That
rest
is
of the
way
map?
too long of an
I'll let you
animation,
enjoy
bro.
this
You
fight
can't
without
be
commentary,
interrupted,
though,
I'm sure.
as these 6 players battle desperately.
Oh, he
to
just
try and
roared
avoid
this guy
being
and get an
caught.
easier post. Oh shit, that was meaty. I feel like the John Duskbloods here is the most lamest one so far. Oh, him and this pajama wearing guy. Okay, never mind. The John Duskbloods got the sword slash blood slash, so that's kind of cool. Oh shit! We got the 360 no scope kind of bullshit gameplay. Okay, Layla kind of good though. I feel like. Oh no,
It's
you
hard to explain
didn't
just
have
how
enough
fun
virtue
this experience
signals.
is.
I mean,
The game starts
virtue
out
side.
interesting and tense with little skirmishes with other players, but then it builds up to this ritual
This
fight
guy
where you all
looks
face off against
goofy
each
as
other,
hell.
and then culminates in this Moonblood Bestowal, the final fight where 3 players face off against each other.
3 players is crazy. Like, you could
These
get
fights
ganged up by
were
one guy.
so hype. Everyone is fully powered up with unique abilities, summons, and even health based on how much virtue they accrued. With 3 players in the arena, there's enough chaos that anything can happen, even to more experienced PvP players. But each player also has 2 lives,
thank you
which
so much for the
helps to mitigate a
25
bit of the
stream,
frustration
thank you.
can feel when
Oh, the
your
wolf is
third
going
party
crazy
someone
on his
else's
ass.
powerful ability. The dinosaur definitely gave me more wins than I
Dude,
deserved.
which one gives you the dinosaur form? I want to be scary monsters. Oh, you can just chuck them out of this thing, dude. That seems cheap. Oh, okay. This guy got the blood explosion move. Although I still don't like the pajamas. I don't like the pajamas this guy's using. Okay, this guy can shoot a laser beam. I wonder what is some of it is like exclusive to the character. Like, can only this guy use pyromancy? Like that, you know? I'm going to guess that's the case. Oh, I guess that's like the parry. That has to be like the parry in the game.
This is an exciting end to what is an extremely well-paced game, in my opinion. The victor is then rewarded with this cutscene, and that's it. For the demo, there's more to this game that we haven't yet seen. In the full game, for example, Grail battles aren't the only final round you can get. We've been told that there will be ways for you to customize your character to be more likely to encounter a co-op boss battle, among other things,
Co-op
for
boss
the final
battle.
encounters.
That one was
rather
a
than
Bloodborne
the
monster.
PvP round you just saw. In the full game, there's also going to be more potential for story and character progression back at the House of Night between dusk battles. So even if you don't place first, you're still going to feel like you're getting stronger every time you play and like you're progressing the story as well.
Dude,
I'm intrigued to
I'm
think how
definitely
much they
intrigued,
might develop
for
the
sure.
story
This game-
in between battles. In the full game, there's
if
also
the
going to
game
be
flow is
more
fun,
than 10
this might be a
characters to
good thing.
choose from.
Oh, you can
And in
just
the
summon
hub
that
world,
guy?
supposedly you're
Oh,
able
it's
to
a random boss
customize
fight.
them more as well. There's also going to be 3 maps that ship with the final game, apparently. And
3
there's
maps?
also a final type
Okay.
of virtue that I didn't really get to show off. And it's
Sigil
one that I don't think
Morales.
anyone at the event really experimented much with. It's virtue through achieving your sigil goals. Sigils equipped before a match give you specific goals to try and achieve in the match.
Okay, you
Take
got your
Jen
own
here, for
missions that you
instance,
can complete to get
has
some
the sigil of the Eye of Morales equipped.
What? What is this farm?
This makes him a hunter in this game, and the sigil will pair you with a heretic to try and take out during the game.
Oh, you can
Another
mark
thing I
someone
forgot to mention is the
and collect
alliance
bounties.
system. You can queue up with another person you know at the start of the game and play through the whole game that way, if you set your parameters correctly. Or you can actually ally with other people mid-game who you don't know as well. You can either do this by
That's
emoting
interesting.
at them basically when you meet them in-game, or after you've
can
encountered another
pair up?
player, you can open a menu
What's
that
stopping
will
you
allow
from not
to
pairing up then?
propose alliances to people that you've met. Under these alliances, all virtue is shared between you.
Oh, you share
and You're in
virtue.
it till the end. Well, then you kill each other.
And then you kill
I
each
just
other
want to
at the
say
end.
I feel so privileged to have been able to experience the Duskbloods and
I don't
to
know.
share
If
it
it's
with you all.
split, what happens
I'd
if
like to
both
give
of you
special thanks
splitting
to
it
everyone
together
at
will make you
Nintendo and
like
From
really
Software
low compared
who
to
helped to organize this event.
if you just get
It
all
went
the sigil
really
yourself?
smoothly, and it was an amazing experience being able to get a few wins with like the whole room cheering behind you. I won't soon forget it.
I wonder, do
So,
people who
look
died
forward to more
just
content on the
spectate the
Duskbloods
whole
when it
round? They
releases.
could be
This game would really
spectating.
benefit from a beginner's guide, so I'm going to work on that because there were Nintendo reps and From Software reps at the event who did a really good job explaining everything. And I think everyone watching would benefit from that kind of explanation as well. If you have any questions about the game or how I felt about it, leave them in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them all, because this video really wasn't long enough to get all of my thoughts and knowledge out there. Thank you for watching though, and I'll see you in the next one.
Nice one, that video. Good shit. Alright, let's see Elden Ring, not Elden Ring, like Souls game PvPer opinion on this game.
Hey guys, Oro here, and today I have the honor and privilege to give you your first look at the Duskbloods gameplay. This gameplay is not my own, it was provided by From Software.
Oh, okay, so
Now,
we're
I was
just gonna
fortunate
be
enough to
looking
get
at
invited
the
by
same stuff.
Nintendo
It's okay.
and From Software to their offices in Tokyo,
See
Japan.
what opinions
to
you
get a
have
chance to play
as
the
the
Duskbloods
PvP
early.
guy.
I got to play the network test version of the game for about 10 hours. In this video, I'm going to go in depth and explain every last detail of the game and my opinion on it as a Souls PvP vet since Demon Souls in 09. Let's start by answering the question, what type of game even is this? Well, the Duskbloods is a multiplayer action PvPvE game. And if you had to define the genre, it's closest to a battle royale with some roguelike elements, but honestly, this game is so incredibly unique that it's impossible to define it to a single genre. Each match, or Dusk Battle, features 8 players and lasts about 30 minutes.
8
You
players.
have infinite lives
Oh,
until the final round, but there are eliminations based on points. These points, known as virtue, can be earned from multiple different ways, including exploring, PvE, and PvP. The objective
I
of
wonder
the
if
game
they
is to
can
get
like
as much
increase it
virtue as
to
possible before the
twice
time
the
runs
amount.
out
Like
and make it to the
16?
final round.
16 players in a
Blood
single
Skull.
thing, you know?
Because you are against the clock, every second counts. You can choose from multiple game modes, solo, solo without alliances, or duos. There's also a ranked mode available in the full game. There are going to be 3 maps in total, but the network test only features the one, Loranro City. Characters in this game are called Bloodsworn, and there are over 10 to choose from, each with unique weapons and abilities. Please note that there are only 6 available in the network test. Now, throughout the course of a match, you can summon kin to fight alongside you, create alliances with other players, fight giant bosses called trespassers, and power up your Bloodsworn in multiple different ways to prepare for the final battle. Now, there's a lot to go over and explain, but let's start by talking about Bloodsworn. Bloodsworn can level up by defeating enemies and earning XP, increasing their maximum health and attack throughout the match. Leveling up allows you to use their second, more powerful skill. Skills have infinite uses, but long cooldowns. Each Bloodsworn has their own unique weapons that cannot be changed. A lot of Bloodsworn get boosts to their spellbinding. When you stagger and repose...
Oh, thank you so much, Shrel, for the drink. I know you are doing your playthrough of the Great Ace Attorney, so hope you enjoy.
aka drink the blood of a lesser enemy in this game, it will become spellbound to you and serve as a temporary ally. One of the Bloodsworn is able to extend their howl, and howling is an attack that can be done by any Bloodsworn by pressing L and ZR at the same time. This doesn't do much damage, but it does a lot of stagger, allowing you to instantly stagger opponents with a high stagger gauge. Now that we covered the basics, let's go over each of the 6 playable Bloodsworn in the network test. First is John Duskblood, also known as Albert. He uses a saber and SMG and can do a unique follow-up slash after shooting. His first skill is Bloodblade, which is similar to Bloodblade in Elden Ring. It can be charged for more range and damage, and it's really nice to just throw out from range or after a combo.
That's some cheap shit.
His second
I wonder
skill,
which one's the meta character.
Is the super laser beam he can cast out of his hand.
That seems really trash.
Slightly move it while casting.
That
Does a decent amount of
seems
damage
really
and knocks
trash,
players
bro.
down when it lands. He has 2 passives, which are called aspects. His first aspect is High Loric Blood.
Oh, hello, Epi. Heard you. Good luck today. Have fun. Yeah, I'm just reacting to stuff. I'm sick right now, so I'm not gonna be playing anything. I just got sore throat and whatnot. So I'm just gonna chill and react to some gameplay of a game that I am also anticipating, the Duskbloods. Right. Hope you enjoy yourself. Oh, enjoy The Witcher, by the way.
Which gives blood-based skills additional uses.
I never really got
The
to finish
second
any of
is
the Witcher
Upriser,
games.
which
to be
increases the
honest.
stagger of your attacks against Bloodsworn with
Not
high
my
virtue.
thing, I guess.
This is a super cool passive because it means if you're behind in the match, someone with higher points than you is going to take more stagger damage. You're going to be able to take them out a lot easier. The next character is Bloodhound Jan, a crazy axe murderer in his pajamas. He's also the Bloodborne character, and you'll see why very soon. He has his
Oh, this
bloodthirsty
guy is the
axe
Bloodborne
and uses
guy.
stone sorcery for his ranged attack. His first
Stone
skill,
sorcery?
Blink, is
That
almost
looks like
1-1
fire
of
to
the
me.
old hunter bone from Bloodborne. And if you haven't played Bloodborne, you consume an item that super buffs your
Oh,
dodges
he
for a
has
time,
the
turns them into teleports and gives you
the
extra
dash,
range, speed, and
the
recovery.
Bloodborne dash.
It's insane. Now this skill was super fun to use because it allows you to be extra aggressive and stay on your opponent.
This guy might
His
be
second
meta.
skill, Surrender to My Blood, is a huge AoE blood slam he does with his axe. It's similar to Malekith's Black Blade weapon art, Destined Death.
Oh,
I found
yeah,
it
he does
very
kinda
difficult to land on other players, but
feel
when it
similar.
did, it absolutely shredded them. His first aspect, Bloodhand Lineage, is literally just Bloodborne's regain mechanic. This means
Oh,
when you
shit,
take damage,
he's got the
you can recover
Bloodborne
your health
mechanic.
back if you can attack an enemy quick enough. This promotes aggression and is generally really strong if you can make good use of it without getting hit too much. His second aspect, Lord of Blood, heals the HP of your spellbound foes and boosts their attack power. The next Bloodsworn is Trang Lan.
I like
She
the
uses
look of
her
this
full moon
character.
blade for melee and range attacks. Her first skill is called Dark Moon, that makes her completely invisible.
Completely?
The downside
I
is that
mean,
it
I
has a
can
long
still kind of
casting
see her,
time, so you
unless
really can't
this is
use it
just
in the middle of
for
combat.
what
Her
it
second
looks
skill
for
is
you
called
and
Mama
everyone
Nava,
else
and it
is all,
summons a
you know.
giant serpent that
different.
coils around her and lunges out of the opponent.
Oh, yeah, you're
It
the
can
one who
also
can summon
be
snake.
controlled by holding a direction while casting, allowing you to do some crazy stuff with it. Her first aspect is Alluring Blade, which causes drinking blood to spellbind nearby enemies. Her second aspect is Daughter of the Dark Moon, which makes it harder for foes to target her. Next is my personal favorite Bloodsworn, Sniper Layla. She uses her Katars and sniper rifle. The Katars have very low range, but high damage if they connect. And the sniper rifle is extremely powerful and so much fun to use. You can even free aim with the sniper and look down the scope to snipe people.
That's gonna be so good, though. I feel like I want to try out.
An incredible punish tool from any range. Her first skill is Nebra Vanishing, which is a long distance teleport. You can use it to rush down opponents or get away from them. It's an incredible repositioning tool. Her second skill is Verd Gatling Gun. It does what it says on the tin. And honestly, it wasn't great if the opponent was paying any attention, since it has a very long startup and can be easily interrupted. However, if you get the opportunity to cast it and your opponent's low on health, it's incredibly powerful. Her first aspect is Nebra Lineage, which gradually restores her HP to 50% of your maximum. This is an incredibly strong passive, even though the regen is quite slow. Her second aspect, Night Eye, gives her longer range for lock-on and observation. Next is Senator Samir Patrez. He uses a rapier and soulbirds for his ranged attack. His first skill, Bloodstake, is similar to Briars of Punishment from Elden Ring, where it sends a trail underground towards your opponent and explodes when it reaches them. His second skill, Saurian Form,
wonder if that's hard.
is the infamous
you have the dinosaur form.
You literally transform into a dinosaur and charge forward.
There'd be scary monsters.
To grab anything you touch. The charge is extremely fast. It does a ton of damage if it lands, and it yeets the opponent away from you when you're done chomping them to bits. It's hilarious. The throw at the end of the grab can actually ledge opponents, doing even more damage to them. However, the skill can be easily dodged if you're paying attention. But even the threat of this skill demands constant vigilance from the other players. His first aspect, Blood Disciple, lowers the required Bloodsworn skill levels. And his second aspect, Unshakable Sword, makes your perfect guards boost melee attack power.
Oh shit,
Lastly,
that's
we
a
have Zork,
high skill character right there.
He wields an undersea cable and a spear
My
gun.
boy Zork!
His attacks are very slow, but do tons of damage and have hyper armor.
Oh, I got the poise,
Human
as
Rocket,
always.
lets him hover in the air for a moment before propelling forward.
Those coins.
Dealing
Yeah,
massive
that's what
damage
I
to
like.
your target if it lands.
That's what I want to
This
see.
skill can be used without lock-on to just fly across the map. It also has tons of hyper armor and is near impossible to interrupt, so it needs to be respected. His second skill, Missile, fires a barrage of missiles in the air that home down on the target. The missiles put a lot of pressure on your opponent and do a ton of damage if they land.
Just homes?
His first aspect, Law of the Deep Sea, allows him to steal maximum HP from other Bloodsworn when he drinks their blood.
Ooh,
His extra HP is lost if
boy.
they defeat you. I saw the power of this aspect myself when I saw a health bar stretch across the screen, wondering what the hell happened and who is this guy. Turns out it was Katao himself, the producer of the game, playing with us and absolutely annihilating us. Anyways, his second aspect, Dread Resonance, allows him to extend howling by holding down the buttons.
Ooh, he
So
can
that's
have
it for the
a
6
longer
playable
range
Bloodsworn in the
howl.
network test. Each one is extremely unique and super fun to play. In
It's
the full
hard
version,
to
they
tell
said you'd
which
be able to
one
actually
is the
customize your
most
Bloodsworn.
best
To what
character
extent, I'm not sure.
here, technically. I mean,
Now that we've talked about
not that I will
Bloodsworn,
just
let's
pick
move
who
on
the
to
meta
Kin.
character is, but
Kin are allies you can summon
it's good to
aid
know.
you in combat.
You know, it's good to know.
Unlike Elden Ring, these kin will follow you and
Who the hell is
assist you
that guy?
everywhere,
I'm pretty
including
sure that's
the
a
final
totally
battle.
different.
The first thing you should do
like,
every match is
Bloodsworn.
run towards a summoning circle to make a pact with one. You can find summoning circles easily by the pillars of light beaming towards the sky. Kin level up alongside you, receive upgrades, and grow in power. There are also certain kin who get new attacks just by leveling up. Now there are 3 types of kin: Ring, Blade, and Eye. The type of kin you'll receive is shown by the emblem above the summoning circle. The exact kin summoned is completely random inside of their category. In the full game, there's going to be a way to summon the exact kin you want every match.
Oh,
You can
okay.
summon
That's
other
good.
kin during the match, but it'll overwrite your old kin. If they die, they'll go on cooldown and you'll have to wait to resummon them. There are 8 total kin in the network test.
I wonder if there's a
First,
way
let's
for
go
you
over
to
Ring
just
kin.
go without having the
There's
kin,
Baritone,
or is that like a
naked singing man
huge?
who will buff you up with his beautiful
disadvantage?
singing voice. There's Undead Marlowe, who sprays poison everywhere.
We got a
And then
singer.
there's Nia, sister of the Briar, who wields dual swords and is generally awesome. Next up, we have the Bladekins. First is the Black Wolf of Moors. which is a wolf that has really
Dude, I
low
want that. I
HP,
want
but
that.
fast
Give
movement
me the
and
wolf.
a really strong command grab. Then there's Gunslinger Beatrice, who wields dual-wield pistols and fires tons of bullets. And Thaumaturge Avister, who uses pyromancy. Now we're on to the Aikins. First is the Gargoyle, who acts as a healer. She was incredibly powerful
Where's the
and
Gargoyle?
completely obnoxious. I always went for her first. And lastly, there's Valentius the Unwise, who's a fat official who rides around in a chariot.
Okay, yeah, it is.
He's incredibly fast, super tanky, and has an amazing command grab.
Dude, is he doing like the
Duskblood
Freddy
is unique
Flintstones?
and
I
that
see
allows you
his
to team
legs
up with
under
other
that.
players
I thought he
mid-match
has no
anytime you
legs,
want.
or it's
This
like
is
not
called an
working.
alliance. You can propose
But
and
I guess
accept an
he's
alliance
just
anytime before
using
the final
that
round.
to
You can request
help
an
him
alliance
move.
with anyone you've seen in game. After accepting an alliance, you will share half the virtue you acquire at a ritual site with your ally. More on ritual sites in just a moment. You can also teleport directly to their location using an item called the Fellowship Medal. You can also see their outline through walls and no longer be able to lock on or damage them.
Okay, no
If you
friendly
decide
fire.
to break an alliance before the final round, you will have to forfeit part of your maximum health to your allied partner. When the final
Okay,
phase
so
arrives,
if you
all
want to
alliances
betray,
automatically become
you
void.
have to
If you don't like
take
alliances,
a
you can
health
always select the
penalty.
no alliances option before matchmaking. Now let's talk about virtue and how to earn it. The objective of the game is to get the most points, aka virtue, and make it to the final phase, the Blood Bestowal. You have infinite lives until the Blood Bestowal, and the players with the least amount of virtue get eliminated at the end of the later rounds. If you die, you lose a small amount of virtue, so you still need to be careful. You can get virtue in several different ways.
Don't die.
You can obtain
If you
repulsion
don't
virtue
want
by
to,
PvE, flame virtue by just exploring, and virtue from completing your sigil. More on that later. You can also get virtue at the end of each phase through commendations. There are two types of commendations. Bloodfang commendation for defeating the most enemies, and
Oh
collector
shit!
commendation for collecting the most items. The final and best way
You
to
get
gain
points
virtue
for
is through ritual
being
sites.
like the most
Ritual sites
badass player,
only
taking down
appear at the end
everybody.
of phase 2 and 3,
Or the
and
hoarder.
spawn in random areas on the map. When you enter a ritual site, you are bound inside of it, and if you try to leave, you'll take a massive amount of damage over time. When you defeat another player at a ritual site, you gain sword virtue, and when you capture the territories, aka the Blood Pledge Pillars, you gain pledge virtue. There are about 4 pillars spread out around the ritual site, and holding them gives more virtue over time, but you will lose some virtue when another player captures yours. When the ritual sites appear, there will also be 2 different kinds of stones that you can pick up to boost your virtue gain. Gold stone lets you acquire more pledge virtue, and red stones give you more sword virtue. You can only hold one of these stones at a time.
Pledge
You
virtue
want to try to
is
get
for
as many
collecting.
kills and
I think.
pillars as possible before the time runs out and the next phase begins. Each match has 3 phases. Phase 1 and 2 consist of all 8 players. At the end of phase 2 is the first calling, which eliminates 2 players with the least amount of virtue. This leaves 6 players left in phase 3.
That's a lot of
At
for
the end of phase
24.
3 players with the least amount of virtue get eliminated. The final phase, the Blood Bestowal, begins with only 3 players remaining. Duos feature 4 players remaining, 2 teams of 2 instead. The Blood Bestowal can differ each match depending on certain factors. It can be a PvP deathmatch with 2 lives per player and the last player standing wins.
Can you resummon your
Or
summon
it
if
can
they
turn
die?
into a co-op battle against a massive boss, similar to Night Rain. This is the core of Duskbloods. I know it's a lot to take in and extremely confusing at first, but to keep it simple, the more virtue you have, the better. The type of virtue doesn't matter. It just helps understand where you got it from. Big number equal good. Also, the more virtue you have of the Blood Bestowal, the more health you'll gain going into it. I really love the virtue system because it allows you to play this game your own way and still succeed. If you want to just explore and kill bosses and PvE the entire match, you can do that. Will it be the most efficient? Maybe not, but I really like that it's an option.
Well, I mean,
Sigils
that's
are a form of character
cool.
customization that you'll
There's
be able to
multiple
equip and
different
change
ways
in
to
between
get
matches.
virtue.
For the network test, each Bloodsworn has a certain sigil, but in the full game, you'll be able to change to whichever one you want. They enable new ways to gain virtue inside of a match and change how you play Duskbloods. There are a total of 4 sigils in the network test. The first sigil is Sigil of a Sworn Enemy. Now this one is fairly simple. Use perfume to find your sworn enemy and kill them anytime during the match.
Dude,
The
this is
second
if you have a
sigil
huge
is the
grudge
sigil
on
of
someone.
An old friend. This selects another player to be your old friend, and the objective is to find them, form an alliance, and make it to the final phase together. The third is the Sigil of the Eye of Morales, which allows you to use an emote to find marked players and eliminate them.
Wait,
Now the
isn't
fourth
that
and
just the
final
same as
sigil
the
is the
first one?
funniest and most interesting sigil of all. The Sigil of Love Ephemeral.
I
The
love
goal of the
Ephemeral.
sigil is to find and propose to your lost love.
Aw.
You can find them using the
Well,
perfume
that's
and
kinda
offer
funny.
them flowers, and if they accept, you'll become lovers and you try to make it to the final phase together.
What happens if they don't
I just
accept?
can't believe they did this. I love it.
Do you just
This
never
is the best
finish
game
your
ever.
objective?
Finally, no longer maidenless. Anyways, moving on to trespassers. Trespassers are boss enemies that you'll find throughout the map. Once you approach them, it'll automatically request help from other players in the match who can temporarily ally with you to help defeat it for virtue and upgrades.
What happens
Once
if I
other players
don't
defeat or
want
run away
anyone to
from
help
the
me?
encounter,
Because
it will
I want
return them
all the rewards
exactly
myself.
where they were before they accepted. I love this mechanic. Trespassers are awesome. Going to fight one of these epic bosses and then suddenly a bunch of allies appear, all take it down together. It's such an amazing feeling. It feels like a mini Elden Ring Night Rain raid that just happens, and it's so cool. I can't get over it.
Dude, how many limbs
There are
that thing
several
got,
ways to
bro?
upgrade your Bloodsworn. The first is through the power of blood, which is a blood rose that drops from defeating great foes or trespassers. This gives you the choice between two passive abilities that are randomly selected from a massive pool of possible passives. These can range from several things like more stamina recovery to more maximum health or even more weapon damage. The second way is through alchemy forges. These forges imbue your weapon and upgrade its damage. You can imbue your weapon with iron, lightning, flame, or poison.
Iron.
Iron boosts your weapon's raw damage. Lightning gives you an extra stun when it procs, allowing you to 3-hit combo. Flame procs do damage over time. And shockingly, poison poisons, which also does damage over time. After
I
you
feel like I
imbue your
just
weapon,
want
you can increase the
iron
enhancement
or
level by
lightning.
1 per forge as long as the type matches your current imbuement. You can change your imbuement, but it will lower your enhancement level. You can check the map to see where alchemy forges appear to go search for them. Thirdly, you can grab small kin summoning circles that can spawn throughout the map that'll give your kin a huge level boost.
Okay, you
And
can
lastly,
upgrade your
blood
kid.
crystals can be used to enhance your Bloodsworn skills. These crystals are found from blood sacks, enemies that run away from you when
This
spotted.
will,
Essentially, the
upgrade your
crystallisms of
skills.
Duskbloods. Once you defeat them and obtain the crystal, you'll get skill attack boost, cooldown reduction, more uses, or level requirement reductions. You can also check the map for blood sacks to see where they appear. There are also consumables you can find lying around the map. These consumables range from healing items to status recovery. You can also obtain consumable skills that'll allow you to cast a third skill from your consumables. These
Third
skills are consumables, so they're limited in use. Let's talk about events. There are mid-match events that will happen during Phase 2 and 3 that can drastically affect the gameplay. There are 5 events total in the network test.
Yeah,
The first
you get
event is the Prowling Sword Lion.
would give you the
This event
tactical
spawns a
nuke.
blimp that hovers over the map. Each player gets a transmitter that they can use to call an airstrike down and instantly bomb everything in the vicinity.
I wonder you
including
can be so
themselves if they're not
sneaky
careful.
about it. You just found
ask
like
me how I
a player
The second
fighting
event
and
is
then
called
you
the Nearly
just
Storm.
call it.
This event randomly spawns lightning storms that strike the player and teleport
Unexpectedly.
them. The Blood Sack Gala is exactly what it sounds like. This event spawns tons of blood sacks in an area and allows you to power up your skills with blood crystals incredibly quickly. Star Fragment is my favorite event. This event has star fragments fall from the sky, and if you grab them and survive with them until the end of the phase, you get a massive virtue bonus. Other players can see when you have a star fragment and they will murder you for them. The final event is
I
Duskblood.
feel like that's
This
just
event requires you
asking to
climb the
put like a
clock tower
bounty on
and
your
ring
head.
the clock bell. The blessing it grants is diminished each time the bell is rung, but it enhances the effect of gold stones, which gives you more virtue when you pledge to a pillar during the ritual. The House of Night is the new hub area for Duskbloods. Here, you can queue up for a match, select your Bloodsworn, redo the tutorials, read the archive, or change system settings. These tutorials are actually extremely helpful, by the way. They put you in an environment with nothing but bots that allows you to learn the game at your own pace.
That's
The
good.
archive
That's good.
contains a ton of in-game information and lore. It also grows as you discover more about the game. There's also a training dummy in the courtyard with tons of options you can set to practice. Let's finally talk about the gameplay. I don't think there's a better feeling combat than FromSoft's, and this game is no exception. There's light attacks, heavy attacks, jump attacks, dash attacks, blocking, perfect blocks, guard counters, the usual. Night Rain players also feel right at home because they added Surge Sprint. However, they actually removed backstabs and backsteps.
Ooh,
This makes
no
complete sense given the fast pace of the
backstab
game.
fishing.
Now you start off with 2 heals, but you can earn
Honestly,
more by
that's a
defeating
good
various
thing
enemies throughout
because
the map.
fuck that
Healing
shit,
is
bro.
slow and methodical. You
Fuck
have to
that
choose
shit.
the right moment to use it. It's just slow enough that if a player is near you and you try to heal in their face, they'll be able to easily punish you and interrupt your heal.
Good.
As you may have
I
noticed,
don't like
there's
it
now a
when people
huge
just
emphasis on
heal, try to
verticality.
get the
There's no
heals
fall
off
damage and man
right in
time,
my face
similar
like
to
in
Night Rain.
Bloodborne.
Not only can you charge your jump,
Like,
but you can
Bloodborne PvP
quadra jump
actually
and even
sucks.
air dash. You can
Not
attack
gonna
to
lie,
shoot,
bro.
and even use
Because
some
it
abilities
just
in
lasts
there.
too long, bro.
The map
You
was
get
clearly
20
built with
blood
this
vials
verticality
per
in
player,
mind, often having you jump
so
over
it
buildings
lasts
and mountains
either
to
lasts
reach your
forever, it
destination.
doesn't
And
last at
speaking of
all.
the map, at the start
Because
of each
of
round,
the
you actually
difference
get
of
to
the
pick
blood
where you like to
gems.
start. It lets you know how populated each area is by the density of the circle, and it may even place you elsewhere if it's too crowded. Each area has a specific item that changes each round, making a dynamic experience that will send players to different places depending on what they want. For example, one area might have exploration virtues one round, and the next it'll have weapon upgrades instead. Another
So
huge
it really
feature
is
is that you can pull
super
up the map at
random.
any time
I
during
wonder
the
if it's
match
like
and fast
Night Rain
travel to
random
designated
or
areas.
like actual
This makes
random
traversing
random.
these giant maps
He said
a
Night
lot
Rain,
easier.
it's just a
In
different scene.
Duskbloods, there's a visible stagger bar for each
Right.
enemy, including yourself and other players.
Which
When
is
an
not
enemy's
as
stagger
cool,
gauge
but
becomes full,
I mean, I
they
guess
become
makes it more
temporarily vulnerable
manageable.
to a riposte, which lets you drink their blood to deal massive damage and gain more max health. It also spellbinds lesser enemies, making them your temporary ally. Because of this, you should try to stagger as many enemies as possible. Even if players heal on you, their stagger gauge remains. As I mentioned earlier, you can use your howl to cause a massive amount of stagger damage and instantly stagger enemies if they have a high stagger gauge. If your stagger gauge is high, try to avoid getting hit, as it recovers naturally over time. A small thing I discovered is that your kin can actually riposte for you if they're nearby.
You
a
what?
staggered
Your summon
opponent.
can
I can't
do
help
the
but think
boss?
this game was inspired by Armored Core 6 PvP with all the verticality and stagger system. Duskblood's
Yeah, we
returns
got the
to
Sekiro
two-hit combo
stagger
system,
bar.
meaning if you get hit once, another hit is guaranteed. Compared to previous titles PvP, this is a whole new ball game. Yes, there are some fundamentals that'll carry over, like keeping
I wonder
pressure on
which
opponents
of these
attempting to heal or
Bloodsworn
close
is
to
the noob
staggering,
stomper.
and roll catching players panic rolling
Yes,
out of your combos.
Stratus,
The
welcome.
game itself feels totally different.
Just
It
watching
feels a lot
some
more
Duskblood
arcadey because of the dashing instead of rolling, and the insane amount of verticality you can get with quadra jumps and air dashes.
quadra
You also have
jumps.
so much
Could
to keep
jump
track
4
of.
times.
Your health, your stamina, your
That's gonna be
stagger
fun.
gauge, your skill cooldowns, your kins. It feels like the game is going to have a tremendously high skill ceiling, which I'm very excited about. Something that I also noticed is that the weapons feel very similar in terms of speeds, which is a really good thing.
I wonder
This
if
is
you can
because
get a new
oftentimes the
weapon.
weapons in
I
other
guess
games
not.
are just way too
Just
slow
kinda stuck with the
and
weapon
way
of
too
their
easily
class.
reactable to even be viable in PvP. The exception is obviously Zork's Cable, but it has extra damage and hyper armor to compensate. This game finally feels like they put PvP first. There was also some strange tech that we discovered that if you attack and time your dodge at a certain moment after you swing, it lets you dodge earlier and completely refund stamina. This was indicated by a bright white spark, and it was super hard to replicate. I'm not
Or
really sure
the
what's going on with
finding
this,
like
but I figured I'd
actual
mention it.
tech.
Now, let's finally address the elephant in the room, the netcode.
Yeah, how
Unfortunately,
good is
I can't
it?
talk about the quality of the netcode because we're all playing in the same room. So obviously
okay.
for us it felt flawless,
Fair
it felt
enough.
really good. But the
Oh,
true
thank you
test
so much
will
for
be
the
network
5
test
stream
tomorrow.
stream. Thank you.
This is obviously my biggest concern for the game.
Yes,
So
that
we'll
is
see how it
also
goes.
my biggest
Now let's move on
concern
and
because
talk about the
this
story.
that will break.
Unfortunately, it seems like they're saving
or
a lot
make
of the
the
story
game for
elements
me.
for the full game, so I wasn't able to experience them at all. I also can't talk about the lore or the item descriptions, but trust me when I say
Bloodborne, basically, this game is From Software's exclusive, Nintendo exclusive From Software game, right? So it's only available for Nintendo consoles. And it is basically Fortnite plus Dark Souls, or Fortnite plus Bloodborne, right? So from what I can tell from what this guy's saying, 8 people. You match with 8 people in that game. You will like try to get some points called virtue, which you can get multiple ways. You either get some for killing other players, beating bosses, or doing objectives and all that stuff. And then there's a timer for that phase of that session. And then at the end, who has the 2 least amount of virtue will get eliminated. And then the next round comes in and it happens again. Now this time 3 people get eliminated, kind of thing. And then until like 3 people are left at the very last phase, and whoever wins that is the winner of the entire thing. So seems cool. I'm really excited because this, Night Rain was basically Elden Ring plus Fortnite, but this one is basically that, but it has PvP, right? Because Night Rain was purely co-op. You do not fight other people. You fight with people to fight bosses, which is cool and all, but once we kill the bosses, like, it's kind of like, why would I play? You continue playing, right? But here you get to fight other people. I like that. I want to do that. I like PvP in my games. Bless you, whoever sneezed. This is my brother. He was just next to me, but I did sneeze also early on. But in any case, I might play this guy Zork. I'm Zorking it. This guy's the big weapon guy. I usually like playing that kind of weapon type. And this guy got poise for days. He got the funny like Ihan the Doskoi move.
They're from soft quality.
See, he got this.
What I can talk about is their plans for telling the story. It'll be told through a system called Bloodlines, which can be progressed through certain events and character interactions. I have a feeling this is going to be very similar to Night Rain. Bloodlines also tie directly into character customization. Let's talk about graphics and performance. The game runs at 1080p and at around 40 to 50 FPS from what I can tell.
40 to 50 FPS?
I'm not sure. I would have really liked
That's
for them to
weird.
reach a steady 60 FPS, but this is only just the network test, and they've already confirmed there'll be more optimization done before the full release. So we'll wait and see.
Okay.
As always,
this
though,
better
the
be
design is
60 FPS.
absolutely stunning.
At least, as long as it's content, honestly, I don't
with how
mind.
beautiful and unique their worlds are.
That's the most
The
important
music was
part.
also incredible and tense. Everything you'd expect from a From Software title. It was absolutely perfect, and I need the soundtrack.
Dude, this
right
guy
now.
is doing the Scooby-Doo.
Now I want to talk a
I mean,
little
not
about my
Scooby-Doo,
experience.
the Freddy Flintstone. You see this? I thought this guy had no legs. That's why he's in this like chariot. But I see the legs right here. So this guy is just using the chariot to move around.
Perfect, and I need
That's
the
kinda
soundtrack
funny.
right now. Now I want to talk a little about my experience traveling to Japan and visiting From Software's offices. When I first saw the email for this, I really thought it was a troll. I looked into it,
Dude,
and
I
sure
thought-
enough, it was legit. And
I would be like the
couldn't
same
believe it. I
too.
still can't. I was one of 16 people invited out to this event. and it
One
felt like
of 16 people, dude. Some people are lucky as hell, bro. But it makes sense. They wanted to bring this guy, Ouroboros, because he is a big Souls PvPer guy, right? It makes sense for this kind of event. Duskblood is like PvP focus.
like
So
winning
obviously,
the Willy Wonka golden ticket of video games.
yeah,
I got
that
to meet
would
up with an
be
old friend, a very
that
small indie
equivalent of that.
YouTuber who you may have heard of called Vadi Vidya.
Yeah,
who also
small
attended the event.
indie.
Be sure to check out his
YouTuber.
video too. I'll link it in the description down below. I think each and every one of us had an absolute blast with the game. In my matches, I made it to the final round almost every single time, but only won about half of them. Now, as a PvP veteran, I actually expected to win nearly
you got
every single round.
guard counters.
But the cool thing about this game is that it's structured in a way so the other players actually have a chance no matter what. Since it's 1v1v1, the other two players can decide to team up on you. It's just pure chaos, with each player spamming their skills and battling alongside their kins. It's super hard to keep track of everything happening, but it's so much fun. I loved it. Even the matches I lost, I had an absolute blast. At the end of the event, I got to meet and chat with the director and producer of the Duskbloods,
Yo, Miyazaki
and Katao. They were both super nice, and it was an absolute honor to meet them. Now, I'd like to share some interesting tidbits with the interview from Miyazaki. The game has been in development since 2021, and it started being developed for the Switch 1. They were very happy when the Switch 2 released because it finally had the hardware to support their vision.
Good shit.
And early in development, the game actually started out with cute little chibi characters because they thought it would be suitable for Nintendo.
Chibi characters.
They quickly realized that it wasn't going to work.
Dude, that
I
want to see the models for the chibis.
They plan to patch the game post-launch with bug fixes and balance patches.
Already having the post pre-launch,
Lastly, Miyazaki's
post-launch
favorite Bloodsworns are
already.
Zork and Layla. Now, to wrap this up,
Zork
what do I think
Layla.
about Duskbloods? I think it's going to be an incredible game, not just for PvP invaders like myself, but for people who just want to explore and do PvE and co-op. There's actually a ton of options for them in this game. From Software is making a game that can be played in multiple different ways, and it's seriously incredible how it all just works. I think the biggest thing is that as a murder hobo who usually kills everyone on sight, I never felt the need to attack another player outside of sigils and ritual sites. When you kill another player normally, you get no virtue. It feels like a total waste of time. When I attack someone, there's always a specific reason for it in this game. It made the stakes way higher, and it made for much more interesting encounters. I also love how dynamic everything is. Every match feels different.
That must have
You
hurt.
can make and break alliances with other players mid-match. You can get invited for an epic boss battle to fight alongside your sworn enemy one moment, then try to kill them the next. It makes for an amazing multiplayer experience that was clearly inspired from the best parts of Souls games.
You got the
It all
DMC
comes
juggles in
together
the
into
air.
Something truly new and unique. For me, personally, I think this is my dream game. After finally getting my hands on it, I cannot wait for the
You are
release.
the victor of
And
this.
Speaking of release, there's no exact release date yet, but it's still scheduled for this year. When it finally does release, I plan on creating tons of content for this game for years to come, so please look forward to it. So that's about it. I want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for watching and supporting the channel. It means the world to me, and I wouldn't have gotten this far without you. Anyways, you should subscribe to the channel for more Duskbloods, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Will do, Arbar, will do. Now, let's watch Ouroboros do the actual live play. Damn. Why not?
I really love it, but number two,
I won't watch the entire thing because it's 5 hours.
Very, very special.
So I'm just gonna watch as much as I want
see, the
until I feel
black.
like I wanna go already.
I have 30 minutes, technically 20 minutes of world premiere exclusive The Duskbloods gameplay footage for you guys. Of course, I talk over it. It took me this whole week. This is why I took all these days off, is because I've been working on this tirelessly. I hope you enjoy it. We're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna press the button. Enjoy, and then we'll talk after. I'll answer all your questions after. Hey guys, Oro here, and today I have the honor and privilege to give you your first look at the Duskbloods gameplay. This gameplay is not my own. It was post, aka drink the blood of a lesser enemy. Easily interrupted. However, Blade and I, a type
I want to see the
core of Duskblood. It also spellbinds private matches with your friends. The network test, but I can obviously stream, you know, my video and the gameplay.
Hello, Ria. Have a fun stream. Yes, I will, Ria. Thank you. You're Hope you win. I believe. What was that? Apex Legends, right? Yes.
You go to Japan for business? I did. I went to go to Japan again. I already went earlier this year. You guys, a lot of you guys know that.
I thought
but they
he had
invited me out,
actual
so I was
like,
well,
footage.
here I go again. So that's where I
No.
was for those weeks I was gone.
Okay, he's just gonna talk
Spoilers.
about it. Is there any more?
I had so much fun. It was an
I feel like there's not much anymore. Is it just
not to answer questions that are answered inside of my video. I'm gonna go for things that are not answered in my video. Just so you know, if you guys watch the video, come back and ask the questions, I will answer.
okay? I thought they actually showed the actual footage of him playing. That would be so cool if they had that. Hold on, is there any more where I can find actual like some footage on that shit that isn't like the one that they already gave? You know what I'm saying? Gameplay, give me the gameplay. Let's see. With no pointer. No. Network test. Is it already up? No. It seems like they're just waiting for the network test. Damn. I honestly can't wait for this one. But yeah, I think that's about it though for Duskbloods. Yeah. Oh, I guess I could just call it. There's really not much more that I can listen into. Yeah, it's okay. I will just ring it out, I suppose. Oh well. Okay, let me see. Uh, let's see. Who is available? I'll just give it a shrill. Okay. Well, that will be it. I wanted to make this short anyway. I just wanted to react to this whole thing. So, shall go. I need to just rest up anyway. But I'm glad that there was some new news on Duskblood stuff. But in any case, I'm gonna go now. See you all next time.